We told you it was coming, and now it's here. Epic Universe has announced Universal Nights After Hours Experience tickets. We said it was coming, late night events. Universal Orlando Resort has announced Universal Nights, a new after-hours event at Epic Universe. The separately ticketed experience will take place on October 3rd and 17th, and I hear that these are test runs for a much bigger rollout of lots of stuff in 2027. Tickets go on sale August 13th, with prices starting at $179.99 plus tax per person, aka $200. That's expensive. Guests with the Universal Nights ticket may enter Epic Universe beginning at 7 p.m. The exclusive event will run from 9 p.m. until midnight, but it essentially means that you're in from 7 until midnight. Early admission gives visitors extra time to explore the park before the after-hours event begins. According to Universal Orlando, Universal Nights at Epic Universe will provide access to all attractions and experiences across the park's 5 themed areas. Those lands include Celestial Park, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and Dark Universe. Universal set attractions are planned to operate throughout the event, although availability may change. The company also confirmed that character meet and greets will be a part of the experience. More entertainment details are expected before tickets go on sale. And of course, this follows on the very, very successful fireworks that they have now launched over here. All right, so I like to call balls and strikes. I want to be even keeled. I'm not here to just carry the water for Epic. And so I'll say this, it's not open late enough. For this price, being exclusive from 9 p.m., which you know is going to be the fireworks, and people are still going to be there watching them. So having the exclusive ability to enter the portals from 9 to midnight, that's 3 hours of exclusivity for $200. Not enough. Needs to be open until at least 1 or 2, probably 2 a.m. And then I believe, my thought is, Universal, if you really want to beat Disney, if you want to be the big kahuna, if you want to be number one, the head honcho, the leader in the cheese, and what you got to do is you got to make this be like semi-regular. This has got to be something you're doing almost every day. Maybe not every day, but this needs to be something in 2027 where you got your daytime ticket, you got your nighttime ticket. You got your day ticket, you're there from 9 a.m., 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. You got your nighttime ticket, you're there from 6 p.m. until 2 a.m. Okay, you got some overlap in between. That's great for everybody because you want people to be buying dinners. And you want them to see the fireworks. Great, okay? And then you've got essentially you're operating 2 days every day. You're not selling tickets 365 days out of the year. You're selling tickets 700 plus days out of the year. That's what Magic Kingdom does to artificially inflate its attendance and not artificially increase its revenue. So let's do it. I don't see any problem with this. Ron, Erika, your thoughts on this idea and the fact that it's coming true, that they're running this twice, and I think that's nice, but I think it's going to be far more regular soon.
Yeah. Don't be Disney is all I have to say. Just don't. No. Do your own thing. Take notes from your audience. No. This thing of you're kind of taking a little bit from Disney because it's working over there. No, it's not really working. The parks aren't as full as they could be. You really want to outshine Disney? Bring in the old perks that Disney used to have and bring them over to your company and see what happens.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, to bring in all of the stuff that Disney used to do. The difference in these events, my understanding is that like with Mickey, Mickey's Not So Scary and the Very Merry Christmas and all that, those are special events and they come with all these kind of things. What I'm suggesting is, and Ron, you tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm suggesting have two ticketed cycles every single day. You don't have to do anything you don't have to have it be an event. Just say we're at capacity. We understand we're at capacity. We can't, we'll build more stuff, but we're at capacity. Here, we're going to actually sell even more tickets because we're going to divide it up and let those who wish to stay late do so. The other thing, Ron, is if you do that, some of the areas of this park really shine at night in a way that, like Dark Universe should only be experienced at night, in my opinion. Your thoughts on that?
I've only experienced Dark Universe at night, as it turns out. I haven't experienced Dark Universe during the day, so I just don't know what it would be like, but it felt right at night when I was there. Of what that experience should be. As a matter of fact, I think that's where I ended my night.
It really doesn't work under a blue sky. Florida summer sun. It's a bizarre feeling to be there and like, this feels tropical and it's supposed to look, like creepy Transylvania. And but nighttime, it works.
They need it open later in the summertime for sure. As far as those late nights are concerned, when they're doing these events, it should go to 1 or 2. I would also hope that if they can figure out how to do it, that they might even let those guests in a little bit earlier, before 7 o'clock. I'm not sure exactly what the time is, but I know that at some of the...
I think if you let them in at 6 to 2 would be 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that would be like fair. The value would be there for it. But more importantly, the other thing that I'm looking at is that if this does, in fact, if they do it more often, then it perhaps alleviates daytime crowds a little bit, to where now you have more capacity for adding in the annual pass option. Because I think that's one of the biggest reasons why they haven't added an annual pass to this park yet is, first of all, of course, it's going to increase the cost for annual pass holders, sure. Especially if they don't make this an option to where you can have just an annual pass to this. I think they don't want to do that because they know how many people would just do that. Like that's
they're also they're at capacity every day, basically, right?
Yeah.
Still. So I mean, how do you add an annual pass? This is the problem. They've got to. They have so much park, they can build more on the park, but that's going to take years. They have so much park and they have way more demand. How do you give people more with the same park? You have daytime tickets and nighttime tickets. And as Erika said, don't chase Disney, because what does Disney do? Disney says, oh, we've got a nighttime event, so get out of here, you. 6 p.m., get out of here, scram. We got Mickey's Not So Scary. That doesn't work. Why? Because it drives people to say, I should not have come today. They've got Mickey's Not So Scary tonight. We've got the rind of this deal. If on the other hand, if Epic says it's the same hours, come on, you can stay from this time to this time. You want to come in from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Perfect. But the nighttime just goes on, right? And so then everybody's got to win then, in my opinion.
Yeah. But they definitely, I'm hoping that we see a lot more of these type of events added, because of just how people don't understand, if they haven't been there, how spectacular this park looks at night. I mean, it's just from when you first walk in all the way back to Helios, you have this body of water that trickles all the way back there. It's lit up. There are fountains. It's not just the big fountains in front of Helios, but the whole thing is active. It's very kinetic. It's very, very connected. And it just, this park feels alive, and you feel like you are a part of it. And it's very, very difficult to explain that. It's one of those things that you kind of have to be there and experience it to get. But anybody that, I mean, you've been there, so I think you understand what I'm talking about. It's just like, there's nothing, there's really no other park like this park right now.
Erika was talking about things that Disney used to do. I would love to see Universal, if you're staying at a hotel at Epic, I'd love to see those guests get to go in an hour early every single day, or, at least every other day. There are things that Disney used to do that Universal could pick up that would not be tremendously expensive, but would say, we're the company willing to do what you remember being the staple, what you remember being the baseline. Like, you got treated like a VIP at Disney and you're not anymore. We'll do that for you. We'll take over.
I have a question on this nighttime event. I thought I read somewhere that there was food included in the price. Like, there are some snacks that are going to be complimentary with the ticket price.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe, but I would get that's not... I don't ever like that kind of stuff, because I think you always super overpay for, nighttime snacks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? At Mickey's Not So Scary, you're getting, just silly little candy, right? And how much are you paying for that candy? It's, if you think about how much they're upcharging in that total ticket price, it's nutso.
Yeah.
Erika, you give us your final thoughts on this one. I know that you would like to see Universal differentiate itself by doing the right thing and forcing Disney to say, hey, maybe we got to go back and start doing some of that stuff again. So your thoughts on Epic and the fireworks and how that's been going, and now the addition of new nighttime hours.
I am a fan of the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. just, you have this amazing park that is pretty much your flagship park now. This is where the vast majority of your crowds are gravitating to. So just bring in hotel perks. Start with the I don't know why it's taken them so long. Start with your evening events. Do a Halloween thing. Do a Christmas thing. Get with it. People are willing to pay for it. They will book those vacations. I mean, if you built a park meant for nighttime spectaculars, and you know this, it's not like Universal doesn't know this. They know it. So lean into that and do what Disney used to do. And trust me, you think it's full now. It'll get you. If anything, I think it will disperse the crowds better. People will have more opportunity to see what they want to see versus having to, okay, well, we can't do the attraction over at Harry Potter because we opted to do Nintendo Land, and they're really having to pick and choose because the park is so full. But if you bring in those after-hour events and after-hour perks to hotel guests, it kind of levels that out and allows more opportunity for people to see everything on that vacation. And they will come back, because if they had such a wonderful, amazing experience and it was immersive enough, even if they got to see everything, they're going to want to repeat that. So my advice to Universal, just don't do what Disney's doing. You're the answers to any problems late in the past. What theme parks did prior to the pandemic, it worked. Your stocks were up. People were spending money. Don't get caught up in what other companies are doing and failing at.
Well, I'll tell you this. I love that you brought up Kiss. Not the band, okay? But keep it simple, stupid. The reason why I love that, Erika, is because as you were talking about it, I thought about the Kiss Goodnight that Disney always did at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
The Kiss Goodnight every single night. This was not promoted, not talked about much. You had to know. But about an hour after closing, as the last few people are leaving Main Street, Disney would play Walt's speech at Disneyland about this happy place, and they would just use the projectors, just the colors, shift the colors, and they would just play it. It was called the Kiss Goodnight, and then the castle colors would come up into its overnight, because you can see the castle from the resort, so they always put the nighttime colors on, and the nighttime colors would come up. And then that was officially, we're done. Like, everybody get out of here. But it called the Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. They don't do anything anymore.
My mom
Epic.
says, keep it simple, sweetie.
Epic, you can do these things. You can do these things that the special, bring the special back. You can do this. And we're very excited for you to do so. Folks, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. What are your thoughts? Nighttime at Epic Universe. Which one would you do? That's what we'd love to hear. If you had to choose, would you do a daytime ticket from, let's say, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. until 9 p.m., or would you do a nighttime ticket from 6 p.m. until 2 a.m.? Which one would you prefer for Epic Universe?
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.